and welcome to the Healing Word of the Week podcast with me, Marisa of Marisa Moments, where you might get triggered into seeing your own reflection, but it's to reconnect you to yourself and awaken the divinity within. So prepare for laughs, resonance, and accountability through true stories, channeled messages, prophetic words, and everything in between. So I hope you're ready because guess what? Here we go. Okay, y'all. So the word of the week is excuses, right? Also kind of accountability. Get it how you give it. So take it how it resonates. But for me, it is excuses. Now, I don't know about you, but I tend to make excuses sometimes, right? It's just easier, y'all. I'm just being real honest. We family. We can be honest with each other. Now, if it's something I don't really want to do, I'm going to put it off and I'm going to procrastinate and I'm be like, nah, I can't do it right now because I need time to scratch my left ear. Like it's something so simple, right? Like it doesn't even make any sense at a certain point. It's just an excuse to get out of things. But the reason why Spirit brought that word to my heart is because Spirit is really taking action right now. Spirit, God, Gaia, ancestors, angels, and saints are saying, listen, we're taking away your excuses. We're taking them away. So the things that we have been putting off, the things that we have felt divinely inclined to do, to pursue, to manifest, to do all those things, which are saying the same thing, those excuses are being reduced and or taken away. They are being shifted. So that way it's like God is looking at you like, what now? What now? What is the reason that you are now currently giving yourself, now that we've taken away that excuse, in order to not pursue your goals, your dreams, your visions, your healing, right? Because there comes a certain point where our feet are often held to the fire, right? Now, proverbially speaking, hopefully not literally, in us talking. Because we talk and we talk and we talk, man, I know I'm going to do this and I want to do that and I'm going to move here and I'm going to start this and I'm going to do that, right? But then when it comes down to it, we don't do it because we choose our excuses over our actions. And then we use those excuses as a crutch to say, well, see, I would have, but God is saying we are taking away those buts, minus the BUTTs, right? Because we need those to sit down. At the end of the day, what we need to do is have those moments of reflection. Be mindful. Are we simply giving ourselves excuses? Because guess what? What Spirit is saying is that those excuses are rooted in fear. Fear and the notion of being unworthy. Fear of change, fear of leaving our comfort zone, fear of how other people will judge us, which is a reflection that we already are judging them. So maybe that's a lesson that says maybe we need to judge not lest ye be judged, right? God is putting us in a space of only a space where only He can judge us. Only He is capable of passing down a true verdict on us that will in turn depict and dictate our life, our journey ahead, because He's on chess, not checkers. Meanwhile, we're trying to just play one little single move. While our lives in the atmosphere, in the heavens, and in the universe are already preordained with multiple routes that we can take. So know, trust, and understand with that notion in mind that when you talk about wanting to move, when you talk about wanting to start that business, when you talk about wanting to go back to school, when you talk about wanting to uproot your family into a healthier atmosphere, then that possibility exists. But it will only exist as far as your actions allow, as far as your faith allows. Yes, I know and I understand that sometimes finances do get in the way. I get it. I see you. I feel you. I am you. I'm not just talking the talk. I have walked the talk and I walk the walk, right? But when those subtle, small, slim opportunities come up, are we using our previous tether as an excuse to not slide into that opportunity and potential blessing that is being presented? And in that sense, making an excuse? Or are we going ahead in our faith, moving forward. If you want to move, then start looking up different places now. It may feel like it's the world of pretend, but guess what? That's how we bring things to fruition. Sometimes we just have to dream big and then allow those dreams to kind of work themselves out. In the end game, it may not look exactly the same as you envisioned, but it can get you closer to those goals. Or if you're just having the conversation, yep, I'm going to move. Yep, I'm going to go to school. Yep, I'm going to do all these things. But you're not even looking up schools on the internet. You're not even checking to see what's around you. You're not even looking into all of these different opportunities. Then you're just talking. And you're allowing your excuses, the excuse of life, which in some cases, listen, I get it. It's valid. But if you have opportunity, then that invalidates all of those excuses. Sometimes we have to get out of our own way in order to receive the truest blessings that we know we are entitled to deep down within our soul and our spirit. If we're constantly anticipating to receive a no every time we ask a question, then guess what? God, Gaia, ancestors, angels, and saints are going to work and move the heavens and earth to make sure that comes true. So maybe next time you ask a question, anticipate a yes. In your mind, envision that person being incapable of saying anything else. That doesn't mean that you're going to definitely get a yes, but that is going to move you closer to it. Because although that door may shut, it is going to lead you to a new door that is that opportunity for a actual yes. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Because we have to stop making excuses. We have to stop leaning on society, the teachings and principles that say, if you do this, you're cringy. If you say this, you're weird. Who cares? Who cares? People have called me weird all my life. People have called me crazy. People have called me stupid. People have called me every single name in the book. And if I allowed those names to put me in a hole, which at certain points I did, if I never reached up and reached out and climbed out of that proverbial ditch, then I would not be able to say these words with passion and strength right now. Because like I said, I am walking the talk. To know something and to do something are two different things, and we have to take action. Stop allowing your excuses to dictate your world and your life. Stop allowing the perceived judgments of others, which listen, as a side note, most people don't even care. They don't care. They're too busy doing what they're going to do. They're too busy trying to walk into their own blessings to really care about what you're doing. Meanwhile, you're sitting in your own excuses and your own shadows and in your own ditch because you're too worried about what somebody else is thinking, and they don't even care. They're trying to ascend themselves. And if they're not, then they're satisfied with where they're at. And guess what? The people who judge are seated. They're not standing. They're not taking action. So why do you care? Stop allowing excuses to prevent you from moving into your destiny. Whew, okay. I really hope that you are seeing yourself. I really hope that you are moving those excuses out of the way. And I don't care what it is that you're trying to work towards. Remember, the only rules are that we cause no intentional harm to self or one another. Right? Beyond that, if your destiny, if you feel called to go exercise, if you feel called to eat better, if you feel called to go back to school, if you feel called to build a better relationship with your family, if you feel called to spend more time with your friends, guess what? Your excuses are not going to get you closer to your goals. There comes a certain point where the rubber meets the road and you have to decide which way you're going to go. Are you going to stay still or are you going to move ahead? And if you do move ahead, which direction are you going to go? You are the ultimate navigator in your own existence. Yes, it may be predestined, but there are various branches that you can travel down. So when it comes down to the end of your life, when it comes down to your reflection and all of those moments and things like that, are you going to live in the land of regret because you allowed your excuses to dictate your tomorrows? Or are you going to say, you know what? At least I tried. At least I tried. I might have got a no. It might not have been successful, but you know what? Me trying is the success in and of itself. So bottom line is stop using excuses. Get up, do what you feel called to do. Because whatever it is that's on your heart right now, even if it is just to heal yourself of the wounds and the trauma of yesterdays, of the endless yesterdays that you've experienced, even if it is to treat that PTSD that you experience, even regardless of what that looks like, take action on it, because the world needs that version of you. Not the version of you who sits and uses excuses as a crutch to never get up and move ahead, never get up and heal, never get up and walk into your truest, fullest destiny. Do not live in the land of resentment. Do not allow hell loops to consume you. Do not allow your own resentments and your own attitudes towards the judgment on trying to grow to prevent you from actually growing. Y'all, guess what? That's it. I got to calm down. I swear these messages have really been firing me up. I don't know about you, but I feel like there is a shift in me, and I hope that there is a shift in you as well, because I feel very motivated. I feel very content and happy with the direction that things are going. And I want you to be able to travel along with me, to feel these same feelings, to be the embodiment of ascension, joy, and growth and confidence. Right? Allow yourself to be led by your own personal divinity. And I am just here to remind you of the divinity and the things that you already know, but you may sleep on in yourself. So join me every single week for a new word of the week. And if you feel like you need nourishment, if you feel like you need encouragement throughout the week, then check the archives. There is a message for you. And if you don't want to go into the archives on the podcast, come and follow me all over social media. But just remember, when you look me up, it is Marisa Moments, and that is Marisa with one S, because there's only one me. So in the meantime, thank you so much for joining me today and every other week and every single day. I hope that you are walking just as happily as I am. And even when we face those struggles, that we know that those struggles are temporary to get us to our success. So in the meantime, apples and bananas and all the things, and happiest of happy healing.